Hi everyone, welcome on board. This is Anisha here with an important update. IIM Rohtak has opened up its application forms. I know a lot of you guys have been a little confused कि calls out हो गए हैं. I'm not shortlisted at this percentile, that percentile. There is no shortlist come out as yet. If you guys remember, all through the year, Rahul sir had been sending you reminders, and we've told in all our videos, you will have to fill a separate application form for 4 IIMs. IIM Rohtak is one of those colleges. So they have opened up their application form today, and the deadline to fill the application form is 5th January. Okay, please watch this video right till the end. I will walk you guys through the step-by-step process with respect to how to fill the form, what are the timelines for all your interviews, results, final shortlisting, placements, so that we have a clarity whether we should apply to IIM Rohtak or not. Alright, so let's have a quick run through this. Firstly, go to the IIM Rohtak website. You will see on the IIM Rohtak website itself in the news announcement section that the admissions are now open for the PGP batch of 2024-26, and we have the application deadline is 5th January 11:55 pm. So थोड़ा set off है. Usually it's 11:59 pm in the MBA world, but here they have given 11:55 pm. 5th Jan तक भी वेट क्यों करनी है यार? अप्लाई करना है तो जल्दी से अप्लाई कर लेते हैं. Let's not put everything for the last day because you have lots of server issues and hassle on the last day. Okay, now firstly, who should apply? Best thing that they have done is, if you click on the application page, they have given all the possible information that you need, right from the shortlisting eligibility criteria, the important timelines, the guidelines to fill the application form, everything. So who should be applying is, check out the admission policy, which is for this academic batch, which is going to be the PGP 2024-26 batch. ठीक है? So if we see what they have mentioned in this is कि admission process is going to be a quick 5-step process. Stage 1 is where you have to fill the online registration form, which is what is now open and open till 5th of January. Stage 2 is personal interview for shortlisted candidates. You will be sent a shortlist and you will have personal interview for the same. Stage 3 is final selection list, which is based on CAT scores, PI scores, gender and academic diversity. So they have given explicit selection parameters: CAT score, PI score, gender and academic diversity. So all the other things like your work ex, your graduation scores, or that's not required right now. That's not going to be in the final selection. Along with this, they have mentioned there's going to be only personal interview. So there's no written ability test, no group discussion as of now, which has been mentioned. In personal interview, IIM Rohtak is known for always doing a small thing called as an extempore, which is on the spot giving you a topic to think, 2 minutes to think and 1 minute to talk. So this is something which we will prepare you for sure at length with the previous year IIM Rohtak extempore topics in the what PI course. तो sessions miss mat karna. ठीक है? That's my stage 3. Coming ahead, stage 4 is the offer for provisional admission for PGP program. इसके बाद आपको फीस पे करनी है. आपने फीस पे कर दी तो you reach the stage 5, which is reporting for joining the program. Alright, so my final admission selection is divided into these 5 stages. Essentially what we have to do is, now we have to focus on our stage 1, which is the online registration form. Best thing is, they have mentioned the minimum eligibility criteria. Very important. There's a statutory warning given right at the beginning. People meeting the minimum eligibility criteria does not imply you will be shortlisted for the interview. That means everybody who is in the general category of CAT exam having a 96 percentile above will not be shortlisted. You are eligible, but there's no assurance you will be shortlisted. Shortlisting criteria detail में they have not given as yet. ठीक है? Who should apply? Everybody who's meeting this eligibility criteria and wants to consider IIM Rohtak, we will apply. Which is why I will walk you through the placement and the campus details also, ताकि हम decide कर सकते हैं IIM Rohtak जाना है कि नहीं जाना है. It's in the Delhi NCR region, outskirts of Delhi. Definitely a good space, a developing city which is there. So consider from those perspectives, yes. प्लेसमेंट्स भी काफ़ी अच्छी जा रही है, वी विल चेक इट आउट एट लेंथ. ओके, मिनिमम एलिजिबिलिटी ऑन माई कैट स्कोर्स, जनरल कैटेगरी 96, EWS 92, NCOBC 82, SC 60, ST 50. DAP stands for our differently abled. So the PWD students, they have a separate cutoff for all categories. PWD general is 86, PWD EWS is 82, PWD NCOBC is 72, PWD SC is 50, PWD ST is 40. This is a quick table which talks about the minimum eligibility criteria based on your CAT scores. ठीक है? Along with that, they will review your entire profile, see your application form, and then decide whether you are shortlisted for the interviews or not. So this is just the minimum eligibility criteria. Important things to remember: deadline is 5th January 11:55 p.m. Please ignore the word tentatively. Consider this as your final deadline. We should not expect कि application form extend होंगे. ठीक है? आपको क्या करना है, स्टेप बाय स्टेप ऑनलाइन रजिस्ट्रेशन प्रोसेस, आई विल वॉक यू थ्रू इट, बट इट्स अ कॉस्ट विच इज़ यू हैव टू बेयर 2928. इट्स अ लिटिल ऑफ द फिगर, बट लास्ट ईयर 2000 का फॉर्म था, ये साल 928 रुपीज़ बढ़ गया है, इट्स बिकम 2928. ठीक है, सो दिस इज वॉट यू हैव टू कीप इन माइंड. इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग्स अबाउट द एप्लीकेशन फॉर्म. After that, what will happen? Eligible candidates will receive a mail, web link for registration for the PI process. Shortlisted candidates will have to then submit a detailed application form, a registration fees for the personal interview, and then you will be invited for the personal interview. ठीक है, सो ये याद रखो. उसके आगे एक और कॉस्ट आने वाली है, एक और डिटेल्ड एप्लीकेशन फॉर्म आने वाला है. ठीक है. Then comes our stage 2. All the shortlisted people will then go for personal interview. You have to download your call letters and appear for the interview, where they have given in the call letter all the details, date, time, and other required guidelines. One thing which is a catch, they have not mentioned whether the interviews will be offline or online. So जब call letter आएगी तभी we have to make sure we keep that in check, whether it's going to be offline or online. Very likely everything is now back to normal and expect interviews to happen offline, right? Next comes our final selection. Final selection, they have mentioned that it is going to be based on 3 aspects, which is CAT scores, personal interview scores, and your diversity scores. Iska bifurcation kya hai? 60% weightage is given to CAT, which that means a total 100 scale score mein se 60 marks will be for your CAT score, overall score, no sectional cutoffs. 20% weightage will be to your personal interview score. 20% weightage will be to academic and gender diversity score. ठीक है, so academic and gender diversity की bifurcation नहीं दी है, but if you look at the diversity and the batch profile, there are more number of female candidates and non-engineers, so that's something which they are trying to propagate and encourage. So that's something which we can keep in mind. Okay, next very important point that they have mentioned: the weighted aggregate of the components A, B and C will be used to prepare a merit list, and then final shortlist is given. So that means इसके अलावा और कुछ नहीं है. These 3 parameters 60, 20, 20, based on this you will have a merit list given. Merit list के basis पे you are finally selected. All the people who are given the final admission offer letters will then be given their instructions, which is to receive their selection, fees, payment details and everything. What is the timeline to have the offer acceptance amount, the timeline further ahead for your final confirmation, वो सारी चीज़ें हम देखेंगे once we have got the final selection. ठीक है, coming to now our online application form and the important dates, and at last we will talk about apply करना है कि नहीं करना है based on our batch profile and the placements. ठीक है, important dates, इसकी तो quick screenshot लेके रख लो. Registration starts today 23rd December. Deadline 5th Jan 11:55 p.m. Shortlist of the final, जो PI की shortlist है, इन्होंने लिखा है Jan में ही आ जाएगी, तो Jan में ही आ जाएगी. Call letters भी Jan में आ जाएंगी. PI process will be conducted Feb and March. फाइनल रिजल्ट्स विल बी गिवन इन अप्रैल एंड द फाइनल सिलेक्टेड जो शॉर्टलिस्ट फीस पे कर दी, ऑफर एक्सेप्टेंस कर लिया, सब कुछ कर लिया, मई में होगा. एंड योर कंप्लीट फीस, हॉस्टल, एवरीथिंग, इंटरेक्शन विद फैकल्टीज, induction, college starts in June itself. ठीक है. So important for us to remember, don't skip deadlines. जनवरी में ही सब आएगा. जनवरी में एंड में आ सकता है, इन लास्ट वीक ऑफ जैन, और उसके इमीडिएटली फेब में इंटरव्यूज भी हो सकते हैं. सो डू नॉट वेट फॉर जैन एंड की कॉल्स आएंगी तब मैं इंटरव्यू प्रेपरेशन स्टार्ट करूंगा. No, start your interview preparation right now itself, because guys, every day expect some or the other college calls, shortlist, application form coming up ahead. So it's the most active time. I know it's Christmas, New Year, vacation break, but बहुत active रहना पड़ेगा and be on your toes. Alright, quickly talking about our online registration guidelines. It's absolutely a very simplistic form. Create your account, sign up with your user ID and password. Keep this handy because further ahead all processes will happen on this user ID and password on the portal itself. ठीक है. You guys very well know valid email ID, mobile number, CAT application ID, personal details, education and employment details have to be given. Important, scanned photograph 50 KB, scanned signature 30 KB, and your details for online payment, because the payment has to be done online, which has to be before submitting the form, 2,928. ठीक है. What all is there in your application form? Personal details, educational, work-ex details, extracurricular details, personal interview city preferences. Now this is where you get a catch that offline होने वाला है. So please wisely choose your city preferences where it will be easy for you to go and give the interviews on any given date and time. Certified declaration, this is for you to submit your certificates based on the categories, and these also they have given it out in the annexure. So if you go and open the annexure, here they have sample certificates for all of them, whether it's NCOBC, EWS, SC, ST, PWD, all of these forms. Open, download, fill it and submit and upload them in your application form, meeting all the guidelines of IIM Rohtak. Don't miss out on this for sure. ठीक है. Last thing, like we spoke about, should I apply, should I not apply? Well, check out the placement report and the batch profile. If we go through it, you should see it's a very, very diverse batch with 237 batch strength. And the best part is the gender diversity is 1:2. That's not the case in any of the IIMs. Average work-ex is 19 months. If I look at academic diversity, you have 37% commerce, that's non-engineers, 35% engineers, science 17%, arts and others 11%. So all the non-engineers and freshers and female candidates, Rohtak is the place for you guys. Definitely keep a check on that and make sure you apply it. All right, then we come and look at the work experience background and domain that people belong to. You will see, like I said, freshers driven, right? 71% freshers. Rest is our work-ex people. Work-ex people coming majorly from IT and analytics, secondly from consulting, then operations and marketing and finance sector as well. All right, this is the pre-MBA wala work experience details about the students in the batch of the 237 batch students, recent most batch pass out, right? What is interesting for us is to know about the placements. College कैसे कर रहा है, किस टाइप की कंपनीज आ रही हैं, should I apply or not? Honestly, IIM Rohtak has been in news. In fact, lots of IIMs have been in news for various things. Personally, I would suggest you 3-4 students से बात करो, talk to them, ask them what was their experience, their journey, and then take a decision should you apply or not. Placement wise, overall if you look at the placements, highest was 36 lakhs, average 18.73, median 17.5, overall an increase of 16.7% in the average CTC. So placements अच्छी चल रही हैं, हम definitely consider कर सकते हैं. Top 10% it's 34.68, top 25% is 27.15, and top 50% is 22.6. Numbers doing really great. Different sectors, good thing is we have all the sectors being covered up. So if you have a quick run through it, you will see we have consulting 24%, with the highest being 32.21 in there. Finance 19%, highest being 24, with lots of good companies like Axis Bank, HDFC Bank, Trust Vista, Yes Bank, all of them coming on campus. GM rolls 21% of the batch, highest 19.05. IT operations Broadman 15%, highest being 35.51. Sales and marketing 21%, highest being 36. Companies काफ़ी अच्छी आ रही हैं. Check out the placement report, see the companies coming on campus, talk to students, talk to the admissions committee. We'll also try bringing more of these people on board to interact with you guys. Take the final decision, but don't wait till 5th of Jan. अगले 3-4 दिन में decide कर लो, form fill कर दो, apply करो. Once you have applied, get serious and start with your what PI preparation. Make sure you have to prepare for personal interview in depth and extempore for sure for IIM Rohtak. Alright, all the best. Stay tuned to the channel and make sure you guys subscribe so that you don't miss any updates ahead.